Hello there. Are you a Davinci Resolve user that has been wanting to add automated captions to your edits? Are you stuck on hours on tedious editing but don't want to go through the manual, laborious process of adding text manually? Tom Moroney has created a script for an add-in with this using Whisper AI. If you got annoying errors or stuck through the install process, I'll be going over this step-by-step install process so that I can help you avoid any issues throughout this. So stick around and watch the whole video. Make sure to check out his channel, link in the description. All credit goes to Tom Moroney, and make sure you buy him a coffee. Okay, so the first step we want to partake in is going into python.org. From here, we can download the Python installer that we need for the initial configuration of Python. And this is one of the requirements that we'll need for Whisper AI itself. So we'll start by going to download. And we can see that we have 3.13 available. However, preferably we should stick with 3.12 as that's one of the last stable versions. So we'll go down here and we'll go to 3.12. Yeah, here it is. And we'll click download now. It will be greeted by the main interface, and we just want to make sure that we click to the correct version that is compatible with our computer. And for my version, it is Windows Installer 64-bit. So I'll go ahead and click that, and it'll start to download. Once complete, we can see it here, and we'll go ahead and start to install by right-clicking and selecting as administrator. Okay, once that opens, we want to make sure, which is very important, we click Add Python exe to path. And by default, we also want to make sure that we click these as well. And then we click Install now. Okay, once it's done, we're greeted by the completion screen. Setup was successful, and we'll go ahead and click Close. Once we have our Python installed, we can go ahead and open Command Prompt. And once open, we go ahead and type in Python space dash capital V. And there we can confirm that we have the version that we wanted installed on our computer. Next up, we have to install Pytorch. And for that, we can go to pytorch.org with the provided link in the description. And we start off in the section called Start Locally. There we scroll down and we can see that the current version, as of the time of recording this video, we see it's 2.4.1. I'm running in Windows. Since we just finished installing Python, I'll leave pip selected. And of course, Python is our language. Preferably from my side, I have a NVIDIA 3080 Ti. So I would feel a little bit more comfortable running something along the lines of CUDA 12.1. So I'll go ahead and select that. And then I can go ahead and copy this command. And now I'll go ahead and open my command prompt, but I will right click and run as administrator. There we will select for running as administrator, select yes, and we just paste the URL and command line that we just copied, and we hit enter. Gonna go ahead and do its thing and install Pytorch in the backend. It'll take a couple of moments. And once it's done, we'll see on the very bottom saying that it's complete. And just like that, we can see that Pytorch has been successfully installed. Congratulations, we're almost done. We're halfway. And now the next step would be to install a package installer called Chocolatey. And for this, we would go to chocolatey.org and we go ahead to install. Once we are in the install section of Chocolatey, we go ahead and scroll down. We make sure that we have individuals selected. And then we go ahead and scroll down and we see a run command line here. We go ahead and click the copy section and we'll know it's copied. Then we go to PowerShell. Just type in PowerShell. And here we see Windows PowerShell. We right click and run as administrator. Now we go ahead and paste that command that we just finished copying and hit enter. I'm going to go ahead and start the download and installing process of Chocolatey in the backend. Once we see it reaching to the very bottom, and this shows us that we have completed the installation package. Next step, installing ffmpeg. So within the same PowerShell window, we would go ahead and type in Choco install ffmpeg. Going to go ahead and start the process. Once we hit the question to run the script, we go ahead and type in Y, enter, and it goes ahead and starts the installation process. Congratulations, you have successfully installed Chocolatey. Now the last and final step in installation is the install of the actual Whisper AI. So for that, we want to go ahead and open our command prompt, and we'll go ahead and open in administrator. Yes. And once we have that open, we want to go ahead and type in the following command, and that is pip install -u open AI. And this is how it's going to look. Pip install space -u space open AI -whisper. Can't spell. Enter. And it's going to go ahead and install its thing in the background. Now this will be the actual engine from the OpenAI Whisper platform that will use AI to convert the text used in your videos and be able to use them into caption. And just like that, it's installed. Next step, install stable TS. We can do that by opening the command prompt once again. We'll do it in administrator. And we'll type in the following command, pip space install space -U space stable -TS. We hit enter. Same as always, it starts installing in the backend. Once completed, we can move on to the next step. Last and final step is installing the actual Python script developed by Tom. We're going to go ahead and go to his website or to his GitHub, and we'll scroll down. We'll go to the installation section, and this is for Windows, as I'm using a Windows machine. Go to step 5, download the Python script, hit copy, open PowerShell, right click, run as administrator, and we'll paste that script we just copied, hit enter, and it has been installed. Now I went ahead and created a video. I did a screen share or a screen capture of me saying of testing the captions, and I simply imported to the Davinci Resolve. And now I'm going to go ahead and follow the same procedures that Tom mentions in his video to be able to caption these. So I won't get into the details as Tom explains it better than I do. So I'll just go ahead and skip a bit through this so I can go ahead and test and make sure that we have installed the Python script developed by Tom correctly. Okay, I went ahead and customized the text just to be able to resemble a little bit, and I just modified it just for testing purposes, adding a red shading. So following Tom's video, I'm going to go ahead and delete. And I am also going to add a subtitle track as the script needs its own track to be able to render and put the actual captions. So I'm going to add a regular track, and it's in this one, video 3. Although it's going to add it in video 2 if I had any text or anything here in the video 2, I would select 3. But since this is for testing purposes only, I'm going to go ahead and have it generated on track 2. So I'll go to Workspace, Scripts, select Auto Subs. It's going to take a minute or so just so we can run this script and load the UI used. Since I generated the video on the first track, I'm going to go ahead and select the second one so we can disregard the third track. Matter of fact, let me just delete it and we'll stay with this one. So I'll go ahead and click the auto subs once again. It runs and runs a little bit faster. And since we have the track 2 generated, I'm going to go ahead and leave that as default. But if need be, and you have multiple tracks, make sure you have one slot available. Otherwise, it's going to overwrite on that track the actual captions. So I'm going to go ahead and leave everything as is. And I'm going to click generate subtitles. And Mr. Tom Moroney's script is going to work in the back end. And it'll take a moment to work on it. We can see that Whisper AI is kicking into effect and it's actually performing its task and it's transcribing the audio. Meanwhile, Tom's script is turning it into text. This may take a few moments while it does its thing. So we'll just wait. And there we go. It went ahead and captured the speech on the video that I generated, and the script turned it into text. As you can see, it generated those texts into the second track. And let's go ahead and test it out. This is a test. I repeat, this is a test to be able to use Tom's captioning auto subs script for Davinci Resolve. Thanks, like, and subscribe. And just like that, congratulations on installing your auto subs caption script by Tom. As mentioned, thanks, like, and subscribe.